as if we lived that we were in. I always ask people the question of where does sex begin and when does it start? Or when does it start and when does it end?
Mm-hmm.
And often for people, there's a really distinct line on when it ends. But what if it didn't end there? What if it didn't kind of end? What if there was a flow? Like you might have peaks and you might have orgasms. That doesn't mean that's the
Mm.
end of the playfulness or the end. Well, it could mean that it could continue. And if you have a playful interactions and you're touching during the day or whilst you're cooking dinner
Yeah.
or whilst things are happening, then being intimate in the evening doesn't come as such a fast shock.
It's to me, it feels like it's so much about trust, to be able to go deeper into that vulnerability of sexuality. Again, I think of a flower. A flower is so delicate and vulnerable, and it's just, opening. And so, um, trust, would you say that trust really is the foundation, or is there something else?
Trust, trust and safety, and those two go hand in hand. If you feel safe and you trust, but also like trusting your own self. But if you can trust your partner to be able to know that if something's a bit off, that they'll stop, then we can trust and we can then go deeper with somebody that we can trust and be more vulnerable and more open and more. And, it is intimacy is into me see. So, we're being vulnerable with someone. We're letting them see our really soft, often our really soft side, our side that doesn't come out very often, that deep, connected, that's a really, really special place for someone to have access to and for you to have access to. So often we're really careful about who we let in there. So the more we can build trust, and so that more that we connect during the day, the more that it doesn't feel like sharp or sudden. And what happens when we're so connected to someone is it's a little bit like the ripple in the pond. You do one little thing here and you can feel it throughout your body. And that is, that's the magic of what is possible. But you have to slow down and have, regulated nervous systems um and I think the ancient people knew that. They knew that the succulence and the deliciousness was in the slowness.